Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, after felling the S-ranked Hunt Atlas in a furious battle, we returned to the hideaway to ask Mid to come and visit Cid's grave, as she declared that she was too busy, leading Clive to help her with her endeavors. Learning of a thermal displacement stack she wished to make to house mithril engines for a boat she and her dad had designed, the Enterprise, we got to work on gathering and forging the parts, obtaining stardust with Gav near Dalamil before getting rid of an unwanted visitor near fallen ruins earmarked for the build, as we now work with Harpocrates on the shielding.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
That's not fair.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Yes, but it's annoying because I kind of have to take chill. I'm not going to go flounder around with another person. No, it's just... I want to get to know you.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Both.
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
You stay home.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moondews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Sorry, Taya.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Taya.
We need more cute times between those two, though.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
I'm going on a date. I plan to get distracted. Super duper distracted. Yeah, I guess this is a bonding session. It does seem to be the moment.
Where's Jill?
Which is why I was annoyed to find I had to make a choice. I want to get to know everyone more. I don't want to have to make a choice, ever.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
I think you know how I feel about bonding segments in games like that. Give me all the content. Don't make me play through it again to get the rest.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
I'm a shopping.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Hello, traveling trader.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
Garlic. Alimentary alliums are a hallmark of classical Sambracoy Sanbrekese, whatever, cuisine. So much so that it is a tradition for the Emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens, the so-called Garlic Knight among them.
Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
How the hell is anyone supposed...
What do you want?
Pepio nuts. The edible fruit of the Pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders, although the superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing swollen form than any quantifiable results. Okay then.
And if that's what you want. That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
And what can I do for you?
What can you do for me indeed? I'm just wondering what you have for sale. Before the Storm Orchestra on roll. 50,000 in cash.
I do like a
I hope I don't need
customer who
any
knows what he
cash
wants.
anytime soon. Just saying. Kind of sold a lot of, kind of given away a fair bit of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Alright, Kelcom. Sells for 2,500. I don't want to sell it. Gilbugs, I can make some money back off that, though.
Thank you.
And Black Blood is also a guild trading valuable.
That's the best I can do.
I wavered for a second. There we go. See, we got more money than we think we've got.
I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
An empty shard can be traded too.
That's the best I can do.
Back up to 40k. Got another orchestrion roll. Seems to be the collectibles of the game, right? Buy money indeed, yeah.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
We went shopping together.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh,
You're right.
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
And now they get to stare at each other at close range awkwardly.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Why can't I have an option to go back with her? I don't need to be out here. All my quests are done. All the monsters are hunted. Feels weird to just leave her to go on her own. And same with Gav. We're both going the same way. We'll travel separately. I know it's the option is like if you want to go out in the world and do something else at this point.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
That's why given the option to go back or not would be a good thing too.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Maybe you enjoyed it, I don't know.
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
Did you share out any of that bread? That was a hell of a lot of bread for 2 people.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Thank you indeed. And thank you for the cheer, Heine. Enjoy the previous installment. Our experience is going up. We're not long to level 37 at this rate. And some more stuff for some Gil.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
As if Mid doesn't have something else for me to do now. I was kind of expecting more side quests to pop up as middle bits for this when we were being sent out places, but obviously not.
What do you need?
Now I've got this orichalcum here. Can I do anything with it? I think you should allow me to make some stupidly good equipment now, because let's face it.
That it? Fine.
I got it at a lower level than the enemy. Give me the goods.
I went up to give some breeze to the chocobo.
Give me the goods. The funny thing is, so what was the bonus for beating an S rank early? When you think about it, or like, you know, before the level, before your equal level? Nothing, because you still got to wait for the recipes. It's just knowing you've done it. Pride and accomplishment? Yeah, fun. There we go. Actual pride and accomplishment. Not the stuff that other things try to make you feel.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorne, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Sure, okay. That's why I like swear words being in things. Some people get a bit about them, but the way that Blackthorne expresses himself, you really can feel how he's expressing himself when he uses it. He really gets across how he's feeling. I get it.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
A new quest is available nearby. Can't leave yet. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers as well. And when you say nearby. It's the missive. It is the missive itself. Okay.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
It is.
Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Must be quite a fireplace.
Yeah, and there's 4 of them. Which makes you think it's going to be quite a big boat. And I'm guessing fairly fast.
Crack the crystal too.
Well, there's more than one quest. This over here too. Weird Science. Interesting name. Alright, oh my goodness me. Well, do you want quests? Were we missing quests during that? No, we don't continue on with the story right now. Seriously helped dragging Blackthorne out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe if it weren't just the leather that was on his mind, maybe there's other demons jamming their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorne just in case.
It's an unlock quest, so by the look of it then, we might be able to get ourselves some new stuff. Maybe Orichalchemish. We got 4 quests to do, so let's just get on them.
Blackthorne, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in 2 with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
I feel like his eyes had gone weird then.
You're looking well, Karen.
What you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorne. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Sure, it's not my uncle then. Out of curiosity. Yes, we got the plus there too because, no, I want to go to, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just got to make sure I'm warping to the right place, even though I chose the right place on the map in the first place.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
They're saying Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Yeah. You. Listen. I've got this theory. The Fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
You might not be wrong.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
I'm a lizard right now.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
We have suspicions about sword hunters. Where's that then? Oh, all the way up there. I mean, I do remember the place. I don't know if it's faster for me to go from here or faster for me to go from over there. I guess this is a good time to use a chocobo. Assuming that was way up in the corner where one of our hunts were at one point.
Run like the wind.
I don't think there's a single hunt on the map currently though, so we can avoid a lot. But the fact that I didn't have a warp for anywhere near that location is kind of sad. Oh well, we get a nice trip through the desert. Reminds me a bit of the big old desert in Lightning Returns. The Let's Play I never truly got to finish because of the whole copyright debacle at the very end. Boo. Excuse me, scorpions. They're a lot higher level than I thought they'd be at this point. I'm sure I won't have to kill any scorpions. Or bandits, more to the point, when I get there.
We've got company.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off. You're finished.
Well, I had to kill the casters first. These guys make beds. Oh, and my timing's now off for you, is it? Totally. Okay. You deserve everything that's coming your way. That's a fair bit of damage. Not really doing any damage now. Yeah, I like those guys. They're quite straightforward. Can really hit my counters on them quite nicely.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorne makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I hope people likes it. Of course, we don't really want to be making one swipe swords, do we now? It's not going to be all that handy. I mean, if they do the job against, like, the ultimate enemy, then I guess fine, but still. I just have to carry 15,000 swords, right? This is the only way.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
Slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades, forged from all manner of metals from bronze to adamantite.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
What materials? That's the question. We're going to level up from our quest soon by the look of things. Excalibur Design Draft. Okay. A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king. Sounds rubbish. Why would I need Excalibur? Excalibur 2 we want. Speedrun time.
Clive? What do you want?
So Excalibur needs a bomb ember. We already have the Grimalkin hide, Scarletite 2. 268 of each is what we're after there. A ways off at this juncture.
Anything else?
Oh well, can't get everything at once, I guess. Alright, next quest from the missive list. Not an unlock this time. Something to look forward to, though. A bad feeling. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Something's wrong with Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Didn't see that Torgal was lying down rather than the proud standing it was doing before.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Maybe it's too warm now?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
That's where we fought the big boy. If I'm right in saying, don't threaten me with another good time. it's big antelope. Big antelope that wants to stay away from predators, yet we're going to run over and kill it to feed our doggo. Circle of life, I guess? Just kind of wondering why the bigger species would be more averse to areas where there are predators. I mean, obviously it grew big because it did that in the first place, but you'd think the smaller the species would be more averse to being in a place where predators can easily come and get it. I guess big means less speed in this equation.